Good afternoon. So, initial results with the double-side electromagnet weren't too good. I mean, there are neurons over there, but that doesn't look like something specific. Like something really changed. I used the long and very thin straw, plastic straw, and I filled it with the mixture from the glass that you've already seen under a microscope. So we know that the glass mixer contain neurons. And I've wrapped electromagnets. You see, a wire, both like in two like chunks. One the bottom and one at the top, but in opposing directions. So presumably it will always be like two forces two magnetic forces that are opposing. Maybe they cancel each other. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be like that. They're always like changing like the magnetic force, but maybe it's not, doesn't work that way, or at least it's not executed that way. I don't know. Another option is to use AC, but I'm not sure it's I want to, in order to do it, it's a little bit more dangerous, but I've done it before, but we will see if that's what we want. And so I've made a few adjustments and also created a new experiment. So the adjustment is, first of all, that I placed a wire inside, you see this one inside it, so there would actually be a conductor, because before nothing was conductive inside besides presumably the neurons, but I don't know, maybe they don't have enough, maybe they can't detect the magnetic field, or maybe they can't align themselves in a way that actually be conductive, and maybe the whole construction is just too flimsy. So now there is actually a conductor inside it, and also I completely I wrapped all the exposed part in plastilina, in the modeling clay, so it will be almost without light to because I want to simulate conditions in the freezer where we've seen the yellow pools. But perhaps in order to really use the electromagnetic force, we need to work with sound, as it is actually the case inside the freezer, which is there is always the sound, and that is the buzzing sound that is constantly changing, and perhaps it's something with the sound that actually prompt them to multiply, to create the yellow pools, and perhaps even supply them with the energy that is required. This requires more investigation. In the meantime, I've created another experiment, which is another simulation of the freezer environment, although without cooling. Cooling is a bit of a problem right now. I don't have anything any option besides using ice, but the problem with ice is that it melts. And then you have got a bunch of water, and it can ruin the experiment and then just spill over the flow. So ice and water aren't a great substitute for freezer. But so in the meantime, I don't simulate the freezing condition, but what I have created is a freezer without the temperature. So see here, so it's the iPhone, iPad, the big iPad with the refrigerator sound, and on top of it, right where the speakers are, I've placed a slide that is wrapped airtight, pretty much airtight wrapped with nylon around the sellotape, and inside it I placed the bag from yesterday. Do you remember the bag, the little beetle? So I placed the beetle with a little bit of Nero juice on top of it. In the past, we've always, when I've done such things in the freezer actually, but now it's out of the freezer. But inside the freezer, when I placed a bag and what does it mean to you, freezer? Is it something from from the, I don't know, from the intelligence, a law of torture, you put people in freezers? I don't know. I really don't know. Or maybe it's something to do with the fact that you all don't have sexual sex, so you are frigid. Because I sense that it means something to. I sense they always buzzing me, with the sound and the sounds. So what's the issue with the freezer? Is it something to do with torture, or is it something to do with lack of sex, or both? I don't know. Anyway, so in the past when I've put like bugs in the freezer, so and I've placed like the Nero juice on it, I've seen like nice stuff, like they're always like yellow pools and they start to do a little bit of cloning, so and a lot of nice stuff. So this is like a simulation of the freezer condition, almost no light and buzzing sound and movement, but no freezing temperature. So I mean, we'll have to do without it for now. It's important for me to actually understand the relationship between like how speakers work and magnetism, and I understand this is something very trivial, but unfortunately, I mean, my education is not complete, and I don't know everything, and I didn't know about like how really speakers work. Where I understand there is a component magnet and another magnet which is electromagnet, and they work in tandem and to create waves that are interpreted as sound. But I need to understand it a little bit more to learn about it, to study the issue. So I will not be completely dumb when I start to operate on these two speakers that I have here. As you remember, I have two speakers, one that is attached to a nice amplifier, like a suitcase amplifier, which is pretty nice, and another one which is much larger, 1,000-watt speaker. Both of them I currently cannot use because I don't have the correct connectors, even though this might be solvable. I mean, with a little bit of tweaking of other connectors. I need to maybe I'll watch videos with how to tweak connectors. I'm sure that this can be found in YouTube or other sources. There's also the issue of I don't know if it fits to Israeli. It's American. It's 110 volts. So the connector is also American. The connector could be replaced, but the issue with difference in volts. We need to see if it's there is no problem. And with that, so. Yeah, science is difficult. You don't always hit the jackpot on the first experiment. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. But I don't have much to do besides laying on the bed and thinking of how unfortunately I am, and think about my back pain, which is getting better, but still there. So, okay, that will be all.